Thank you so much to today's amazing Patreon sponsors, tztok-jad and FilmSwag. Hello everyone, my name is AndrewAJT and welcome to the finale of my Trailblazer series, episode 10. So of course Trailblazer has now ended, so I'm just going to show you the remaining stuff I did, and I also want to give you some thoughts and opinions about the league as a whole and what they could maybe improve for the next league. So here I'm just doing some wyverns because this is actually a very good place to get prayer potions, and also they drop renars and renar seeds, so if you need prayer potions, these wyverns on Fossil Island are really useful. And of course the reason I'm getting all these prayer potions is to try to defeat Jad again. We had that one attempt earlier which didn't go great, so this time with better gear and better stats, it should be much easier. So I do want to share what I think went wrong with the league in some ways, and I do want to preface that by saying I think Trailblazer was a huge success. It was really fun for a lot of people, and it brought so much excitement to the game, and it's an overwhelmingly positive thing, but there are some things they could improve. When the league first started, I thought that 10 weeks wouldn't give us enough time to play it, but by the end it seemed like so many people had either accomplished everything they wanted to do or just got bored with it and they quit, and by the end it was actually pretty empty. And part of the problem too is they added a lot of worlds early on, and then I don't think they ever removed some worlds, so it kind of felt like you were playing by yourself, which, I mean, you are an Iron Man, so it doesn't really matter, but it would have been nice to maybe have seen the worlds condensed a little bit more to feel like the game had some more life to it, to see some more players around. So ultimately the 10-week duration ended up being perfectly fine in the end. However, I think they could have done more things to try to keep people interested in playing a little bit longer. Maybe they could have released certain updates that would only happen a few weeks into the league, like maybe more content would be available, or special items or gear or something that wouldn't be available from day one, but after a few weeks you would be able to obtain it. Here's the Jad fight. Now, I never really got bored of the league because I took my time with it. I didn't really grind it out as much as a lot of people did, so I was able to pace myself and have fun the entire time. But it's clear that a lot of people did not have my experience, so maybe one thing they could consider is daily XP caps like they've done in Deadman mode before. Now, I probably wouldn't be in favor of this because Deadman mode is more competitive. You're directly competing in PvP combat with other players, so there's XP caps designed to keep people playing a lot from getting too far ahead of new players, compared to Trailblazer where the competition is less direct. It's really only for high scores or points, which does matter to many people, but it's not as important. So this Jad fight went much better than the last one, except for right here. I tried to tag a healer and I took a path where I got meleeed by Jad. Thankfully I survived. Now there is actually a task for tanking a Jad hit without prayer, but for some reason it doesn't work with melee hits. Now, I'm not sure if it affects it if I'm praying anything at all. Like, do you have to have no protection prayer on whatsoever? Even if the one you have on is the wrong one, will it make it not work? But regardless, it doesn't seem to work with Jad's melee hit, and I'm not going to keep testing it because I don't want to have to do this again. So interestingly, the healer next to me was actually making the healing sound and animation, but I didn't see the animation on Jad, and he didn't seem to be getting any more HP, so maybe he was healing himself or another healer. I'm not sure, but it really didn't seem to matter. So here's the end of the fight, there's the final hit, and we got a 303k Slayer XP drop, which is really nice to see, and also the Fire Cape has been achieved. Such a nice cape, very iconic, and it's really fun to get it in Trailblazer as well, and we even get 250 points for equipping it. One thing I just realized is I should have actually traded it in the day before the league ended, because if you get the pet, it's actually automatically insured, and it even carries over to future leagues. Like people who got some pets in the Twisted League were able to have them again in the Trailblazer League, so that could have been cool, although it's very unlikely I would have gotten the pet from one Fire Cape, so it's not a big deal. So I decided to get a few more levels while I was at it. I got some runecrafting levels, as you saw there, and here's 90 strength, which is also a 250 point task. And I also went on to get a defense level just because it looks a lot nicer than 79. Might as well get that level 80 while we're at it for base 80 melees. So that's pretty much it. I will show all my tabs and stats and bank here just for archival purposes, I suppose. I think Trailblazer was an amazing experience. I definitely give a lot of credit to Jagex for making this so much fun, and I definitely had a lot of fun making this 10-part video series, so thank you so much to everyone who stuck around through the end. Of course, if you missed any, you can check out the playlist in the description. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and also consider subscribing as well. You can join my clan chat up on screen, AndrewAJT62. You can also join my Discord server down below and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for updates. Lastly, if you would like to support the channel even further, you can check out my Patreon page in the end screen, and I'll see you all next week.